Good evening, everyone. This is supposed to be the muddiest point blog. However, after reviewing the material, it became more clear to me in in that there are a lot more security breaches or access to material than most people realize. When Dr. David Brown spoke about the metadata, I was almost in shock. I knew that some material transferred from our computer to other sources, but it never occurred to me that someone could possibly go into that material and pull out everything that I had been doing on my computer before that point. So that was a little a shocking point for me. The security, we use technology in such a way that we leave ourselves, or it lends us to be a little more open or exposed to possibly predators or people who would do unfavorable things with that data. In terms of my everyday work, I don't work in the education field at the moment. However, I work in a environment in a healthcare industry, and everything is done by electronic charting. The telephone calls come into the place where I work. People are then required to give information over the phone to set appointments to see providers. And I'm not a clinical staff person. However, I do have access to information that I would not normally have based on the fact that electronic charting is more prevalent. It is a scary thought, though, to think how much more we're exposed even with the convenience of technology. Another point I would like to discuss is in the interview I had with the technology professional. This person mentioned how plagiarism and dishonesty could be a factor with people submitting work. And it did occur to me that that's an issue, but I think I rejected it on the mere principle that as a Christian person, and I see other people in the world that should be honest, it did not cross my mind that it could be such a rampant problem for material that we have in terms of getting messages across. And in the other video where he talked about digital natives and that the material that they post or exposed to is really nothing new, no new material, but they have it appears like they have no concept of things having to be cited or give credit to things that are already out there in the field. Just for like Facebook, for instance, or Twitter, or one of the other social media sites where people repost comments of other people. No one on those sites is getting permission to repost or share with their friends, as they say on these sites, information that someone has shared with them. So it's almost like an all-access pass to just do what you will with the information. So that could be a muddy point. At what point, or what let me see what word, at what time is there a cutoff point for making an argument for things to be properly cited or credited so that everyone knows where it comes from? It reminds me of a game that you see where at one end, it's called the telephone game. At one end, someone says one statement and they whisper it to the next person, and then the next person whispers it to the next person, and so on and so forth. Within that whole line, the information gets distorted. And so what is the truth, and where did it originate from? Was the source that gave the information the correct information to begin with? Or was it the passing through of information? Does it have any value to once it reaches its end? So it fostered a lot of information for me, and also on how I can use this in the future. I have to be more conscious of how serious it is, the material we share with, that I share with others, and that others give to me. I can't just cite and not give credit for it, but also try to have the idea of discernment for what is honest and what is truth, and what is to be shared, so it's for the benefit of all. So the bottom line for me is that I'm going to examine things a little more closely and try to give more credit to those things that I have learned along the way. Thank you. Bye.